Thank you for tuning in to GrassRoots Television. Visit grassrootstv.org for on-demand community archive footage, as well as educational, inspiring, and entertaining local programming. A contribution to GrassRoots TV allows us to bring your voice to the Valley and to preserve media that will be enjoyed by future generations. Visit us at grassrootstv.org and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitter. We encourage you to support all the local businesses and citizens that generously underwrite GrassRoots programming and play an integral role in nurturing open communication among the residents of the Roaring Fork Valley since 1972. Thank you for tuning in to GrassRoots Community Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me in welcoming the class of 2018.
stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. It is my privilege as the superintendent of the Aspen School District to welcome graduating seniors, family members, guests, and faculty to this very, very special occasion. As educators, parents, and community members, we partner with the class of 2018 in celebration of this very joyous day. Henry David Thoreau, an American poet, philosopher, and author of one of America's most celebrated works of literature, Walden, speaks in the final chapter of his passion for self-reliance and personal introspection while criticizing conformity. Thoreau stated, "If a man does not keep up with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away." As you graduate from the halls of Aspen High School, know that the school district and all present stand with you and acknowledge that you are ready for the next great adventure in your life. And don't forget to step to the music which you hear, however measured or far away. It is now my pleasure to introduce Aspen High School Principal, Mr. Theron Mulberry.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, faculty, and distinguished guests, it is my very special privilege to address you at the 129th commencement ceremony of Aspen High School. These fine students from the class of 2018 have contributed greatly to the tradition of excellence at our school, and this class is a proud representation of the best Aspen has to offer. I am sure they will continue to honor their community as they go forth and become contributors to this world. It is now my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. Audience, will you please hold your applause until all of our guests have been introduced? To our platform guests, please stand when your name is called and remain standing until all have been announced. Dr. John Malloy, Superintendent. Sheila Kennedy Wills, President of the Board of Education. Sandra McMillan Pierce, Member of the Board of Education. Susan Marolt, Member of the Board of Education. Dwayne Romero, Member of the Board of Education. Dr. Susan Zimmett, Member of the Board of Education. Dr. Tom Hild, Assistant Superintendent. Alex Ferreira, Commencement Speaker. Sarah Strasburger, Assistant Principal. Heather Abraham, Director of Special Education. Elizabeth Hodges, Director of Human Resources. Josh Barrow, Counselor. Dr. Cathy Klug, College Counselor. Melissa Lustig, College Counselor. Lauren Reese, College Counselor. Martha Richards, Athletic Director. A very special thank you is extended to our platform guests. We appreciate that you came out this afternoon to honor our students at this commencement ceremony. There is another group of exceptional individuals I would like to recognize. Their hard work and dedication to academic excellence have supported the accomplishments of our graduates here today. Will the faculty and staff of Aspen High School please stand and be recognized? At this time, I'd like to have a special recognition for our retiree, Dr. Cathy Klug. Dr. Klug will be retiring this year after working in the Aspen School District for 24 years as a college counselor, English classroom teacher, and reading specialist. Cathy is the co-creator and co-director of the Colorado Western Slope College and Career Outreach, or the College Fair, and Cathy was director from 2004 to 2014 of Teachers Across Borders. She has literally transformed the lives of thousands of students in our community and has expanded her ample expertise to serve all of the children of the Western Slope. On behalf of those students, I would now like to invite Carter Chio to share a few words about Cathy from the class of 2018.
Coming to Aspen High School, there are a few pieces of advice that are given amongst the students. Some proves to be more helpful than others. However, one has become more of an unspoken rule than a piece of advice. That is to be sure to get on Cathy Klug's good side. This explains how she is able to get the entire student body to commit a weekend to helping and attending the college fair in business attire, to get the entire senior class to come to school for boot camp twice over the summer, and to have students of all grades, even freshmen, begging for meetings with her. Clearly, she must be doing something very right, and people recognize it. Along with all of the accomplishments that Theron has just mentioned, it is known that the greatest change she's made is in the lives she has influenced. Unless you have worked with her firsthand, it is hard to explain how talented Cathy really is. She shows interest and insight into every student, as if they are not amongst hundreds clamoring for her attention. Looking at the success of the alumni she's worked with, I know that the futures of this class are very bright, thanks to the knowledge and skills she's implemented. Cathy, you have been an incredible asset to our school and the lives of its students. We would all be lost without our Sherpa showing us the way. While nothing can be said that will truly convey how much we all appreciate your gifts of time, love, energy, expertise, patience, enthusiasm, and endless encouragement, on behalf of the class of 2018, as well as every previous student you have helped, we say thank you. Quite simply, we don't know where we would be without you.
Dr. Klug, would you please come down and join us at the podium?
That's dangerous. Don't do it. I'm stealing things' head.
I think I speak on behalf of all of our students, our staff, and our parents that Aspen High School is a better place because of you. And Cathy, as a small token of our appreciation for your work, members of the Aspen community are giving you a pendant of an angel, because that is how you're viewed by all of us.
say thank you to the kids?
1 second.
All righty. Wow, you are a very gracious community, and this is your day, and you're full of surprises, and especially you. I've not had a standing ovation since my one and only piano recital, and I was an adult student among 8-year-olds. And the only reason they stood and clapped is because I finished the piece. We are here today to celebrate the graduation of these wonderful young people up here on stage. I feel like I'm also graduating today. Like all of you, I am closing a chapter on a big portion of my life. But I'm opening up a new one. I'm finishing writing a book on, guess what? The college process. And this graduation is not my departure from the college fair. I'll be running that forever, each October. This is a graduation for me in many ways because I'm grateful for the support and the involvement of so many parents who are here today. The hard work, learning, and curiosity of you students who are so curious about your future that you care to find it. For over 20 great years, a generation, I say thank you for the work I got to do in this community. Here's to the great things ahead for the graduates behind me. I know there are good years left for me too. I've been proud of the work we've done in Aspen School District with incredible support from Dr. Malloy, my principal Theron Mulberry, the Aspen School Board, the Aspen Education Foundation, and most importantly, the community. You are the wind beneath my wings. Thank you for joining me in developing futures and options for our kids. Here's to a great demonstration of that promise, the class of 2018.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to announce the Principal's Award. This award is given to an Aspen High School student who has displayed through both words and deeds a sincere effort to advance and improve the community of Aspen High School. I wanted to recognize the students whose leadership and service have been exemplary and who will most definitely make an impact on the world. This year's recipient is passionate and has a proclivity for public service that is well beyond her years. She has a wonderful sense of humor and a very engaging manner. She has served as a student liaison for the Board of Education this year, and she spearheaded a student walkout and rally that coincided with the national movement to protest violence in schools. She is extremely positive and is the first to volunteer for any project that serves others. It is a selfless devotion to her community and her tireless dedication to improve the world that I find absolutely outstanding. Would Emily Driscoll please come to the front of the stage? Emily will be attending Occidental College, where she will study cognitive sciences and health policy.
Next is a performance by Madeline Leibinger.
She will be singing Lost Boy by Ruth B.
Hi, I'm Maddie Leibinger, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this song and what it means to me. And you might, just listening to the lyrics, understand that I interpreted this song that Neverland is a place. We're all going off in different directions after this day, whether it's college or a gap year or a service year. And Neverland is a journey that we're about to go on, but we will always stay young, and we'll have our home here in Aspen. So. There was a time when I was alone, nowhere to go and no place to call home. My only friend was the man in the moon, and even sometimes he would go away too. Then one night as I closed my eyes, I saw a shadow flying high. He came to me with the sweetest smile, told me he wanted to talk for a while. He said, "Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely." Ever since that day, I'm a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. When we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free. He sprinkled me in pixie dust and told me to believe in him and believe in me. Together we will fly away in a cloud of green to your beautiful destiny. As we soar above the town, never loved me, I realized I finally had a family. Soon enough we'll reach Neverland. Peacefully my feet hit the sand, and ever since that day, I'm a lost boy from Neverland, usually hanging out with Peter Pan. When we're bored, we play in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook. Run, run, lost boy, they say to me, away from all of reality. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, lost boys like me are free. Neverland is home to lost boys like me, and lost boys like me are free.
First of all, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today in this celebration of our graduation. Secondly, I would like to introduce myself. I am Jane Merle, and as senior class president, I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker. Throughout Aspen High School and the Aspen School District, we've learned to love the mountains that surround our small town. Whether it's through ex-ed or if it's the constant begging to our teachers to have class outside on the beach when the weather starts to get warm. We are the skiers, and we always will be, no matter how hard we tried to make our mascot the ski bear and undoubtedly failed. The mountains have taught us to be strong and even stubborn at times, ditching school on senior ditch day, even though our teachers warned us ahead of time, taking the initiative to create art on the boat without permission, although you couldn't really see it from the side. And when we tried to make it snow at football games by throwing flour, the weather warmed up very quickly and destroyed the storm. Ultimately, our teachers and our mountain community have taught us to stand up for what we believe and never back down from a challenge. This is a tenacity that makes our class special and a trait all of you, my classmates, I hope carry on to your future endeavors. We were taught this tenacity and strength by the mountains and our bold personalities, which have allowed us to lead our teams to playoffs in sports, high academic achievements, and lead the school to greater heights in general, if I do say so myself. Our speaker today is one of us. He went through all the same programs and also grew up in our same strong community. He had a dream and he followed it. With the same stubborn nature, he never gave up, allowing him to soar to great heights. He started his career earning a bronze medal at the Winter X Games on our very own Buttermilk Mountain in 2014. He continued his career and earned another bronze medal in Aspen in 2015, a silver medal at the Oslo X Games in 2016, and this year at the Winter Olympics, he earned a silver medal. But beyond being a thoroughly decorated skier, for his double corks and for linking 4 doubles in one run, he is known for his bright and contagious smile, as well as his strong work ethic. It has been said that he has amazing technical ability and amplitude, which has led him to these successes. His skiing career began when he was 3. He was taught by his mom and dad, and then became a member of the Aspen Valley Ski and Snowboard Club at the age of 5. He began in moguls and then switched to halfpipe, and his hard work and tenacity led him to the success that he has attained. Outside of skiing, he attends Westminster College in Salt Lake City, Utah. He also enjoys cliff jumping, tubing, the trampoline, playing soccer, ping pong, and going to the beach. He basically does it all. I would like to now introduce one of our own Aspen High School alumni and today's commencement speaker, Alex Ferreira.
Hello, everyone. So before I start this speech, a few people need to be mentioned for physically getting me here and on time. My original flight from Dallas to Aspen this morning was delayed until 6 p.m. today. That goes to show, don't fly American Airlines. Thank you, Carlos, the gate agent in Dallas that got me to the flight in Montrose. He gave me the last seat. I played my first run safe, earning a 92.3 and keeping me in second place for the rest of the day. Over my career, Ilana Chase has taught me to ski smarter, not harder. This is a very important lesson I've learned that you can all translate into everyday life. Don't work harder, work smarter. After the awards ceremony was over, the U.S. team coach Andy Woods pulled me aside and whispered into my ear that I had made the 2018 Olympic team. I was going to Korea, baby. What a relief is what I was thinking to myself. Not 10 minutes later is when I realized that was only the first step of completion towards my goal. I still had to show up in Pyeongchang and do my job. The 5th and final qualifier swayed in my favor, and I finished second in that competition as well. I was Olympic bound. Opening ceremonies was one of the most beautiful things I have ever witnessed. The people and culture of South Korea fired me up. They were some of the nicest people I've ever met. I was having a dandy time. But I also had to remind myself that I was there to complete a task, so I was mainly kept to myself for the remainder of the 3.5 weeks I spent there. We had 3 training days. Each training session was 3 hours long. Ilana and I devised a plan for training and we executed perfectly. Then we had qualifications. One of the most nerve-wracking days of my life. I managed to qualify second into finals, right behind Aaron Blunk in first and Aspen native Torn Yater-Wallace in third. It was a good day for me, but it was on to the next one, which I was more so looking forward to. The morning of finals was dark and cold. We arrived at the venue and I stood in front of the space heater on full blast for 20 minutes straight. That heater saved my life. It was time to suit up and get out there. This was the moment that everyone had been waiting for. I took 5 training runs in the practice session before, 2 straight air runs and 3 singles runs. I didn't throw 1 double in training and I was about to attempt 5 doubles in 1 run. Right before I dropped, Torn and I gave each other a hug. He wished me well and I reciprocated. It was a special moment that I will never forget. It reminded me that no matter what happened, I would still have my friends, my family, and my town by my side. I took my run and posted a score of 92.60. Woohoo! Now that's what I'm talking about. 20 minutes went by and I was on deck for run number 2. My plan was to attempt an all doubles run for the first time in history. I grabbed my poles, fist bumped Ilana, and took a deep breath. It was my time to shine. Boom. History was made. I did it. I had been thinking of that run for 4+ years, putting countless hours of training, landed at first try. That run earned a score of 96 points flat. It wasn't over though yet. I went back up for my third and final run. I spoke with Ilana, and the plan for this particular one was to get more amplitude. Amplitude we got. It was by far the most height I have ever gotten, and it was the best run I've ever landed. A score of 96.60 appeared on the Jumbotron. Good enough for second place. It was one of the happiest and most proud moments of my life. I prepared long in advance for this day, and it all came together. I took 36 runs total in that half pipe. I only fell once and messed up one training run in all 5 days. Victory lies within preparation. I wasn't kidding when I said this is where dreams are actually achieved. I'm also saying that it isn't easy to achieve your dreams. It takes raw, hard work. So get what you want. The only person stopping yourself is yourself. Here are some pieces of advice that I hope that you can take with you. Number 1, never think you are above anyone else. Maybe you have money, maybe you have knowledge, maybe you have nothing. Whatever it is that you have, use your powers for good, not evil. Number 2, always be constantly smiling. It attracts people to your style of living and spreads positivity. It is an easy emotion to portray and makes you an approachable and likable person. This will come into play when meeting new friends and starting new business ventures, aka college, which is coming in 3 months, so practice over the summer and you should be pro by this fall. Number 3, don't become money-hungry robots. Do what you love, find your passion, and try to achieve mastery. As author Daniel Pink from the book Drive says, if people are intrinsically motivated and take pleasure in what they're doing, then they will succeed. Don't do things for the paycheck. Do things because they matter to you. Number 4, always be honest. I have told the truth and I have lied many times in my life. Whenever I lied, I had heaps of trouble coming my way, and I found myself in a deeper web of lies. It only created nonsense and wasted a lot of time. Whenever I told the truth, a tremendous amount of stress was lifted off my shoulders, and I was always happier. On top of that, people respected me more, and the truth built my reputation as a credible man. Number 5, try to see some situations from a stoic point of view. Take the pros and cons of your side of thinking, and take the pros and cons from your opponent's side of thinking. After you have taken both sides, only then are you seeing the situation for what it is and can come to a calm and rational solution. Fighting usually wastes a lot of time and energy. Try to avoid confrontation 95% of the time, I would say. Number 6, never judge a book by its cover. I have a personal story to accompany this piece of advice. A few weeks ago, I bought a golf pass at the Aspen Public Golf Course. I was playing with a friend of mine, Chapin Newhard. I hadn't seen him in a couple of months, and we were both ecstatic to catch up and hear how each other were doing. As we were about to tee off, this much older woman asked if she could join our party. We were as unfriendly as could be in letting her join us, but we did. Keep in mind, me being a virgin pass holder and new to golf, I didn't even know you were allowed to join a party, let alone it being encouraged by the golf club. Come on. As the first few holes went by, we were uncordial and not giving her the time of day because this was supposed to be our guys' time. By the turn, or for all you non-golfers, the end of the 9th hole, Chapin and I started making mild conversation with Linda. Well, turns out we both loved her after speaking with her for no more than 5 minutes. I bought her a John Daly and some chips, as well as a few sodas for Chapin and I. We continued on to play the back 9 and had a marvelous time with each other. At the end of the round, she insisted on buying Chapin and I more and more appetizers and sodas to show us her gratitude for the lovely afternoon spent with each other. We thanked her countless times and could not say sorry enough for the way we mistreated her at the beginning of the round. A few days later, she emailed me thanking Chapin and I, expressing to me that was the best day of her year. You will be glad to hear that Linda and I are now regular golf partners. In fact, I have a tea time with her tomorrow. Life works in mysterious ways. Don't treat people poorly. You never know what could come out of it. And a huge thank you to Linda for reminding us of this simple act of kindness. Gesticulations speak more than language. Be smart. Learn how to read between the lines, and you will go far. As Warren Buffett says, it takes 10 years to build a reputation and 10 seconds to destroy it. Be careful what you say and whom you're expressing it to. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Carry yourself high, and above all, do exactly what you want to do, not what people are trying to persuade you to do. Today, I leave you not as your superior, but as your friend. I only wish the best for all of you. Love all, trust few, and paddle your own canoe. Thank you, everybody, for putting your faith in me to give this speech. It means a lot, especially in front of my hometown of Aspen, Colorado. Good luck, class of 2018. Your future awaits. Fire 'em up.
Next is a performance by Abraham Avila.
He will be performing Ixtapa by Rodrigo E. Gabriela.
Por mi familia, por my family.
This year, we are continuing with a tradition at Aspen High School that involves a special recognition of our top students academically. At this time, I would like for Sydney Forrester and her parents, Stacy Forrester and Melissa Merle, to join me at the podium. Sydney represents the graduating class of 2018 as the Salutatorian of Aspen High School. She was a recipient of the Aspen Scholars Award, the C. Welton Anderson Leadership and Perseverance Award, and the Aspen Elks Lodge Scholarship. She is also a four-year leader and varsity member of the lacrosse team. Sydney will be attending University of California, San Diego, where she will study cognitive science with a concentration in neuroscience. Sydney has a remarkable sense of wonder, a questioning mind, and a great sense of humor in approaching life and answers to her many questions. Sydney is known by her classmates as a hardworking academic who is a determined, self-taught student of the cello, an independent thinker, and a naturally social and ever-optimistic, warm personality who is loved by her classmates and teachers.
She warned me. The head.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Aspen's 2018 Salutatorian, Sydney Forster.
Thank you. I would like to start by thanking each of my peers. I'm absolutely honored to be a part of the class of 2018. I have such a different relationship with so many of you, and each one is unique. To all of the teachers that we have had from kindergarten to senior year, thank you. Thank you for giving us the immense amount of opportunities to explore ourselves and the world around us. We are so fortunate to be in a school system that allows students to form meaningful relationships with their teachers. I believe that I can speak for everyone here when I say that we all have at least one teacher that feels like a friend as well. Most of us only know Aspen High School, but for those of you that have experienced other schools, know how unique and special we are. Apparently, calling your teacher by their first name / nickname is weird at other schools. Sorry, Jenny, Benny. Our culture and community here in Aspen speaks for itself, and I am grateful that our class has been so involved in it. From sleeping over at ACES in kindergarten to completing a 24-hour solo in the woods in 8th grade, which obviously went better for some people than others. Mine was not exactly smooth sailing. Anyway, as I was saying, our class has had great participation in the community, and throughout our years together, we have grown to be a pretty close group. Sure, we still have the classic friend groups and cliques that have developed over time, but our grade will never leave anyone behind. We have had each other's backs since the beginning, which has made high school a special experience where people are not afraid to take risks and express themselves. One thing that I have learned in high school that has become a big theme for myself and many others, especially through senior year, is that everything happens for a reason. It is important to understand the difference between things we do and do not have control over. During the college application process, this difference became extremely apparent. Specific to this scenario, we do have control over basically everything except the decision that the college makes. We can choose how much we study for the ACT. We can choose how hard we try in school. We can control the overall strength and quality of our application, but we can't control a simple yes or no. As I'm sure many of you know, this last April 1st, I took a pretty hard hit when I was denied from my top choice university. Shout out to Cam Seltzer, who repeatedly tried to FaceTime me as I was checking my decision, and after denying his call 7 times, finally caught on to what happened. At the time, it truly felt as though I did everything for nothing and that my life was over. This may sound like a dramatic reaction, but I'm sure others can attest to the fact that that is how it feels. I was in a place where I felt like I didn't want to move on. I had spent so much time convincing myself that my happiness and well-being was dependent on this decision that it became true. Until I had to look at it from a different perspective. I did everything that I possibly could during my high school career to get into this school. This means that my denial was for a different reason, and I have absolutely no idea what that reason is, but I do believe it is for the best. As cliche as it sounds, and as many times as we have all heard this, we are all going to end up where we are supposed to be. We may not like the way we get there, and we may not be happy at places along the way, but eventually we do find the happiness that we are supposed to. We are all going to face challenges, we are all going to get knocked down, and we are all going to get frustrated and angry at the things that happen to us. The important idea is that we understand that there is an underlying reason behind everything. This pushed me through one of the greatest challenges that I have faced so far.
Good afternoon. At this time, I would like for Owen Ramberg and his parents, Ken and Barry, to join me at the podium, please. Owen represents the graduating class of 2018 as valedictorian of Aspen High School. Owen is an Aspen Scholar, IB Diploma recipient, and was recently honored with the Aspen High School Humanitarian Award. He has earned distinction as co-valedictorian of class of 2018. Owen is an extraordinary intellectual with an altruistic mindset and an entrepreneurial spirit. He has founded 4 companies in addition to his involvement with the medical community in the Valley. He's deeply caring, creative, and a gifted young man who will be unstoppable as he pursues medicine and business at the University of Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for Aspen's 2018 valedictorian, Owen Ramberg.
Abraham Lincoln once said, "It's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt." Fortunately, today I have to speak. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome parents, distinguished guests, undistinguished guests, honored faculty and staff, and the people who had nothing better to do with their Saturday. Thank you for coming. And of course, welcome and congratulations to my fellow graduates in the class of 2018. We made it. My name is Owen Ramberg, and it's a great honor to be standing in front of you today. I've never been valedictorian before, and in true second semester senior fashion, I wrote this speech in the backseat of my parents' car on the way here. Luckily, the detour bought me an extra 20 minutes, so I got it all done. On that note, traffic is bad, so if you want to slip out of here at any point during my speech, go ahead. No, in all seriousness, at first I was nervous to write and deliver this speech in front of an audience of 2,000. But then I realized, at what other point in my life will 2,000 people be forced to sit still and listen to whatever I want to talk about? The answer is never, so get comfortable, because we're going to be here for a while. I'd like to thank a few people who have shaped me into the person I am today. First, the incredible Aspen High School faculty and staff who care so deeply for their students. Whether it be in the backcountry during Ex-Ed or in the classroom, teachers go so far above and beyond what is expected of them to provide their students with the best education. Theron and Sarah for leading the school in a positive direction. Cathy, Klug, and her amazing team for investing countless hours in the future of Aspen High School students over the past decades. That deserves an applause. My friends, everyone who has believed in or taken a risk on me. My younger sister, Quinn, for helping me in math, and completely serious. And last, but definitely not least, my parents and my grandfather, Pops, for their unwavering support. It really means a lot to me. To be entirely honest, many of those sitting behind me today are qualified to be this year's valedictorian. There are so many amazing people in the class of 2018 that are deserving. As you just heard, Abe Avila can play the guitar masterfully. I, too, have dabbled in the musical arts. I played the cello in middle school. However, at our school spring concert, the teacher told me, and she really said this is a real quote, "Owen, all I need you to do is line your bow up with everyone else's, don't touch the strings, and don't make a sound." And that's exactly what I did. I sat there in the back row and mimed the cello to the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song. Damian Detweiler has the know-how to build boats. Will Pryor is planning to fly around the world to raise money for charity. And Simone Lamont has written 2 full-length novels. Behind me are the future doctors, engineers, lawyers, and CEOs of our world. Now today, I will not be offering any cliche advice like reach for the stars or believe in your dreams. Instead, I would like to share some practical, real-life advice that every single one of you in the audience can employ right as you leave. First, if you're out of quarters at the parking meter, leave your windshield wipers up. They can't give you a ticket that way. Second, that was actually my only piece of advice. Moving on, no. But seriously, I'm here today because I want to share a few things that I've learned over the years that I believe we should all try to embody. First, don't be afraid of failure. Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." I'm sure we've all had our fair share of challenges throughout high school. However, what I've learned is to take risks and embrace failure. In short, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Second, be persistent. My grandmother told me that no is just the beginning of a conversation. It's true. I, along with all of you, have been told no countless times. Instead of taking the word no at face value, use it to fuel the fire inside of you. Rejection will make success so much sweeter. Third, choose optimism. Focusing on the negative will never lead to solutions. As the class of 2018 enters the real world, it is important that we all focus on the positive aspects of life. Instead of focusing on the drumbeat of negative news, I suggest paying more attention to the acts of kindness and generosity that surround us every single day. And last, as basketball coach John Wooden said, the true test of a man's character is what he does when no one is watching. In short, be humble and treat everyone with respect. I see most of you stuck around. That's good. And congratulations, everyone, especially the class of 2018. Thank you.
At this time, I would like for Sarah Charlene Ben-Hamu and her parents, Peggy Charlene and Shlomo Ben-Hamu, to join me here at the podium. Sarah represents the graduating class of 2018 as a valedictorian of Aspen High School. Sarah is an Aspen Scholar, an IB diploma recipient, a C. Weldon Anderson Aspen Cares Service Award recipient, and earned this distinction of co-valedictorian of the class of 2018. She will be attending Tufts University, where she will pursue child study and human development on a pre-med track. She is a global citizen, an enthusiastic learner, a beautiful and curious mind, charmingly competitive, academically ambitious, and aware of the world around her. She is conscious of others and is engaged, along with her twin Molly, in the creation of a working garden for direct food supply at a child rescue center outside of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Sarah is destined to be the change she wants to see in the world. I present Sarah Charlene Ben-Hamu.
What you doing?
They called us up to give the valedictorian speech.
Molly, they called me up. I'm Sarah, not Sarah and Molly.
I know, that was really embarrassing for them. Anyway, today is the first day of the rest of our lives.
Molly, stop! I'm valedictorian, not you.
Okay, but we're twins, and I forget, did Mom not tell us to share everything?
I really don't think she meant our personal accomplishments.
Fine, you know, I don't even want to give the valedictorian speech, so you can give it all on your own.
Hello. I hope my unrefined public speaking skills don't eclipse this moment, because admittedly, my goal was to be ranked third in an effort to avoid the responsibility of giving a speech at all costs. But being the overachiever I am, I somehow overshot, only to find myself standing here today. Big mistake, big, huge. I have to go shopping now. The irony of my being up here is that I am charged with imparting some tremendous wisdom and insight, and yet the mere fact that I've achieved this honor is evidence that I spent much of the past 4 years at home studying, while the rest of you lived your lives and gained actual wisdom. In contrast to the knowledge you have all acquired empirically, mine is purely theoretical, having lived vicariously through my favorite characters in books and movies. Hence, being the super nerd I am, I shall humbly relay to you the best advice I have to offer, which I have appropriated from literature and pop culture. In one of the most accurate and truthful portrayals of American high school life, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, 12-year-old British wizard Harry Potter expresses his fear to Professor Dumbledore that he might be connected to the insidious Voldemort. Dumbledore reassures Harry by saying, "It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. More powerful than our birthright are our intentions and our actions. Studies show that grit and perseverance are far more accurate indicators of success than IQ. We are all born with strengths and weaknesses. but it is how we choose to use them that determine the kinds of lives we create. While this may seem daunting, it is liberating to know that we can achieve whatever we want to with hard work. Now for the Breakfast Club, because I can't talk about high school without John Hughes. Although I love the iconic opening and closing voiceovers, another valuable piece of advice comes from an offhanded comment delivered by the athlete in response to the princess belittling the basket case. He defends her by saying, "We're all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it, that's all." In this scene, the athlete admits that he is weird, but he knows how to disguise his bizarre idiosyncrasies in order to fit in at school. We all have qualities that make us different, and it's easy to want to hide them from the rest of the world so that we fit in with the norm. However, the weirdest parts of us are the best parts. They're what make us quirky and inventive. These are the parts that bring new ideas to the world. On to How I Met Your Mother. In season 2, Marshall is upset after his fiancée breaks up with him. So his friend Barney tells him, "Whenever I'm sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead." I know this comes off as really shallow when Barney says it, but there's actually some good advice here. While there's a time to be sad and feel the unavoidable hardships in life, dwelling on them can be just as damaging. After the storm settles, it's our own responsibility to pick ourselves up, find the value in the struggle, move on, and be awesome. Finally, anyone who knows me knows that it's impossible for me to talk for 4 whole minutes without once referencing Hamilton. So my last piece of advice comes from the finale song, "Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?" In it, the ensemble asks, "But when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame?" This line is in direct reference to Elizabeth Hamilton's decision to run an orphanage, but it applies to each of us. The decisions we make factor into how we are remembered, whether it is as a person who is innovative, brave, and transformative, or someone who is indignant, cruel, or inconsequential. The decisions we make today will impact the legacies we leave behind. We are writing our own stories, reshaping history. Never in history have young people been more powerful. Our intentions, our words, our actions finally mean something, and people are finally listening. Right now, with every word we say, from quips to compliments, we are crafting the screenplay that is our lives. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Next is a performance by Grace Lamont, Simone Lamont, Madeline Leibinger, Francesca Seaman, and Grace Ferguson. They'll be playing Good Old Days by Macklemore.
Somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, all these reckless nights you won't regret. Now someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
I was thinking about the town. I was thinking about the people. We were in a car, staring up at that full moon over Ajax, in a small town in Colorado, and the snow outside all around. Wanted it to go fast, now wish that it would slow down. Still growing up, still growing up. Moment frozen, skiing down and skinning up. Couldn't wait to be older, couldn't wait to be something. Now that we're here, wishing we were still young. Those good old days.
Something new every day, every day. I don't know, so I'm feeling my way, my way. I'm taking one day at a time, at a time. I think I'm handling just fine. No, I can't lie, I make mistakes, but I know I'm gonna be okay. Okay. Got the way wish somebody would have told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Now someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days. Whoa, whoa,
You don't know
whoa, whoa,
what you've got
whoa, whoa,
till it's gone.
whoa, whoa.
Till it's gone.
Watch out, world, I'm grown now.
Somebody would have told me, babe.
It's about to go
Someday soon your
down.
whole life's gonna change.
My heart's beating so
I wish
loud.
somebody would have told me, babe.
Watch out, world, I'm grown now.
Seniors, this is it. It's close to your time to shine. Savor this moment, for each of you have earned it. Every Memorial Day weekend, I'm reminded of camping trips I used to attend with my family when I was a child. Upon arriving at the campsite, I'd be excited and eager to fish, hike, and swim. But before any of these activities could be done, my father would have my brother and I clean the campsite to a pristine condition. When the trip was over, we would again clean the area and even gather wood for the fire pit so the next family would enjoy a clean and prepared site. Students, obviously, I have told you this story in order to impart a moral. And no, the moral is not that you have to pick up microtrash if you go camping with the mulberries. The moral of the story is in the simple truth exemplified in the final words of Boy Scouts founder Robert Baden-Powell, which were, try to leave the world a little better than you found it. I know this is a message that resonates with all of you, class of 2018, because you have been instrumental in establishing a tradition of excellence to Aspen High School. You have worked hard and have distinguished yourselves both in school by choosing challenging courses and out of school by your participation in athletics and activities. You are indeed a class that has left Aspen High School better than you found it. Academically, 102 of our seniors qualified for an academic letter, and over 44 students had a GPA of 4.0 or higher. "98 of our seniors accepted the challenge of at least one IB course, and many took more. 93% will attend college in the fall, and of those students, 91% will be enrolled in a four-year institution. Athletically, 19 of our 24 sports made it to the postseason. Baseball, yes. Baseball has won its first playoff game since the 1950s. And our girls soccer team for the first time ever, and our boys lacrosse team made it to the state semifinals. Our spirit and dance and palms won second place at state, and our alpine and Nordic teams won a state title. The class of 2018 had over 4,300 hours of community service with opportunities that range from supporting toy donations for the Shining Stars to participating in the Summit for Life. 6 of our seniors lettered and had over 100 hours of service, and one senior had 382 hours of service this year alone. Nico Cesark, please stand and be recognized. Students, you have had a positive influence in both the classroom and in our community. And Aspen is not only better due to your efforts, but I feel confident that you are leaving us to become the leaders of this generation who will most certainly leave this world better than you found it. Dr. John Malloy, the seniors behind us have satisfied the graduation requirements set forth by the Aspen Board of Education. On behalf of the entire staff at Aspen High School and the Aspen community, I present these seniors to you, representing the Board of Education, to accept this senior class for diploma distribution.
Finnegan Edward Allen. Colton Robert Anderson. Jacob Robert Antos. Abraham Avila. Jacob Bruno Bassi. Sonia Day Benson. Christopher David Bergdahl. Madison Rose Bergdahl. Isabella Marie Borenstein. Chloe Elizabeth Breen. Carver Willem Ernst Brown. Frank Logan Brown. Maria Catherine Budsey. Nicole Ursula Buglioni. George Cathers. Nicholas Rowley Cesark. Carter Collins Chio. William Anthony Chesner. Tyler Lane Clayton. Christopher Reese Cohan. Alexandra Danielle Coleman. Jeremy Bryce Coleman. Charlotte Astrid Couturier. Lily Frances Crocker. Jose de la Torre Benuelos. Dylan Tate DeGraff. Damian Burek Detweiler. William James Devers IV. Joseph Tristan Dominguez. Samuel Joseph Dresser. Emily Rose Driscoll. Dexter Abraham Edelman. Riley Leteau Engels. Alexander William Etkin. Millie McLaren Everhart. Grace Murphy Ferguson. Henry Seamus Ferguson. Jackson Hunter Ferraro. Olivia Louise Fite. Sydney Elizabeth Forster. Jordan Brooks Fox. Robert John Francis. Elizabeth Ann Freeman. Hannah Bryn Freeman. Jameson David Fuentes. Gianni Tullio Giordano. Alexander George Breen Gordon. Mariel Matheson Gorsuch. Charles Robert Guylander. Marshall Carter Hall IV. Alexandra Marie Hazen. Christopher Ryan Hooker. Jordan Dane Hornberg. Tobias Gregory Jurgensen. Taylor Lee Justice. Samantha Louise Kelly. Logan Alexander Kemp. Grace Jane Lamont. Simone Marie Lamont. Dylan Brock Leisure. Madeline Louise Leibinger. Durgan Wesley Soderberg Leach. Heidi Tiara Millard. Maya Morales Lewis. Brevet Harold Livingston. Elicio Mauricio Lopez. Carly Estelle Lucero. Jane Ann Marolt. Paul Michael Matskin. Miles Calvin McConnell Workman. Maya Pierce McDonough. Lachlan Jack McIntyre. Marley Kapua Milan. Merrick Axel Mellon. Sophia Ellen Mitchell. Chelsea McLean Moore. Caroline Loretta Moriarty. Preston Cotton Motier. Ian Patrick Murtaugh. Kimberly Siri Nunes. Michael David O'Callahan. Annie Erin O'Keefe. Madison Rose Osberger Lowe. Fia Wood Palmberg. David Alexander Parada. Olivia Jacqueline Pierce. Anders Eric Picala. Freya Perrin. Robert Jens Peschik. Sophia Nicole Peterson. Anders James Pomeroy. Matthew James Popish. Alora Luba Potampkin. Ayla Mickey Potampkin. William Digby Pryor. Owen Isaac Ramberg. Cooper McInnes Reed. William Brian Rigney. Perry Susan Romero. Dominique Rosa. Madeline Eileen Rubinoff. Thomas Lewis Rybeck. Hiram Saeed Sandoval Alvarez. Molly Rose Charlene Benhamou. Sarah Del Charlene Benhamou. Francesca Ann Seaman. Cameron George Seltzer. Spencer Chase Shaw. Danielle Summer Cinco. Delaney Snow Cinco. Aiden Lawrence Sloan. Nicholas Konstantinos Schlossberg. Hannah Louise Small. Ashley Rose Soderberg. Connor Bradley Summers. Zach Mace Sterencier. Nicholas Tran. Sydney Elizabeth Tuller. Elias Tilton Ulrich. Josephine Mack Willie. Nicholas Gentry Wilson. Patrick Janusz Wisniewski. Richard Francis Wojciech III. Laura Isabel Wolf. Thomas Dunlap Yoakum III. Keaton Coley Young. Liam Gabriel Zanny.
As superintendent of schools for the Aspen School District, I certify that each of you has met or exceeded the requirements for high school graduation set forth by the state of Colorado, the Colorado Department of Education, and Aspen School District's Board of Education. Therefore, it is my distinct privilege and pleasure to proclaim to all present and beyond that you are indeed graduates of Aspen High School.
On behalf of the Board of Education and as its president, I accept the superintendent's certification and I certify that the students have been awarded their high school diplomas.
All you. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will have our head girl, Francesca Seaman, and our head boy, Ricky Wojcik, lead our graduates in the changing of the tassels. Wait, stand them up, stand them up. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Aspen High School's graduating class of 2018.
Thank you for tuning in to GrassRoots Television. Visit grassrootstv.org for on-demand community archive footage, as well as educational, inspiring, and entertaining local programming. A contribution to GrassRoots TV allows us to bring your voice to the Valley and to preserve media that will be enjoyed by future generations. Visit us at grassrootstv.org and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitter. We encourage you to support all the local businesses and citizens that generously underwrite GrassRoots programming and play an integral role in nurturing open communication among the residents of the Roaring Fork Valley since 1972. Thank you for tuning in to GrassRoots Community Network.